My name is Lindsay Maybach, and I'm a Special Olympics athlete.
I'm Ryan Epinegno, and I'm a Special Olympic athlete.
When I was growing up with my brothers, they had played football, and they had played sports when I was younger, and I wanted to play sports like my brothers too. I was my hardship one time ago. Now when I started Special Olympics, when I was in elementary school, and then ever since then, it's been one of my favorite moments when I started Special Olympics.
So Lindsay was about 20 minutes old when we learned that she was Down syndrome. And neither my husband or I really knew what that meant and what came along with that. And it was a very frightening time. But it's really difficult to realize that your beautiful baby girl is going to be different. I spent the first couple of months in her life, being torn between just loving this little girl and being sad about what she might face and being sad about the things that I thought I might miss. Suddenly I realized that it was the responsibility of our family to make sure that she had a good life and that she would always be happy and successful. So from that moment on, we kept her involved in activities that really helped her to develop, because we had a vision that she would be a successful adult and a contributing member of her community. But it's not always easy as a parent to find what those programs are and where they are and how they can help. And the beautiful thing about Special Olympics is that they come to us as parents and as families and say, we want your child because they are intellectually disabled. And we know they can grow, we know they can develop, and we know that they can be successful.
Growing up in the community and not having the opportunity to participate in different sporting events, like when they get to the high school level, and perhaps some of the persecution and judgment they've had, those are really tough experiences to go through. And so Special Olympics Northern California provides a multitude of athletic training opportunities to individuals with intellectual disabilities all across Northern California. So we do our best to give them the opportunity to compete in a competitive format that really allows them to develop a camaraderie with their teammates and grow both athletically, interpersonally, and kind of in a social sense as well. Some of the first athletes that I actually met were Ryan and his wife, Ryan Epinegno, and his wife, Lindsay Maybach. So, some of the first athletes I met, and, whenever we had a special event going on, whether it was a flag football collaboration with the 49ers, anything like that, they were always the first ones to sign up and come out and, get excited. So they're very passionate about Special Olympics and are just absolutely amazing athletes and people.
My brothers and my dad always played sports, and I wanted to go out and try out for a sport. I went out to try a sport, and I didn't make the cut. But they asked me to be the equipment manager, and I loved it, and because they gave me acceptance to be on a team. My family taught me the way to be myself, and my family always supported me, and I love them doing it, and now I can do it for myself now, because I like doing sports and I've always loved it. Special Olympics got us closer, and to this day I'm love for life,
Well, I first met Ryan when I was coming in as a freshman in high school. I had my first period in homeroom class, and I came in, and my teacher asked one of the seniors who would like to take me around the school, and one of them was Ryan, so he put his hands up. He said, I'll go and take her on to school.
To me, she motivates me in ways that I need to be a better person sometimes. and I love being with her every single minute. I love it.
Do you look behind this video because to me as a human being?
And everybody needs someone.
Ryan and Lindsay have a really remarkable, very special relationship. It's made us as parents feel really comfortable when that big day came that we dreamt about, that they would move out of the house and have their own apartment and get married. They wouldn't have been that fortunate if they hadn't met each other with such great skills. And by the way, the statistics out there show that people that compete in Special Olympics year over year, they are the people that are out there holding down the jaws and having successful relationships and living a good and full life. So again, we get to thank Special Olympics for that.
Special Olympics, obviously, the core of it is providing the sporting opportunities, but again, that's only really the topical benefit that our athletes get. I think one of the biggest benefits is kind of the social networks that are developed. So all of the athletes, for example, this last weekend I actually went to the movies myself, and I saw a row of my athletes who participate in my basketball program sitting behind me. And these are all folks who, outside of Special Olympics, or if had they not joined, they may not have, ever met each other. And again, they've gone through a lot of similar life experiences, and they're also in this same program together. So the social benefits are just absolutely outstanding.
When I do sports, it gives me to be a team player and shows me how to be a team player outside of Special Olympics. Like for a job, you got to listen to the boss or listen to the coach. Stuff like that.
Special Olympics have helped me to be a good student and a good employee and a good teammate, and to show other people what I can do also.
Inclusion is one of our, kind of keywords and mission statements in our organization is, encouraging inclusion and awareness and, reducing the stigma. Our Unified program is a program wherein our Special Olympics athletes, who usually only compete amongst each other, will actually compete with volunteers and who are going to be called Unified Partners. So these partners can be their brothers, their aunts, their uncles, a local high school student, anyone you can think of that wants to play with them. So, that gives our volunteers and, individuals in our community a really good opportunity to, actually get to know our athletes. And again, in many ways that'll reduce the stigma and, just, teach them that, they're just one of the guys or one of the girls and, come out and have fun.
I've been involved in Special Olympics since I was 3. Yeah, there's always a need for more coaches, and it's not disorganized, but it's a little understaffed. So I think the more coaches, the more volunteers we get, the better. Because there's always like student volunteers who come, but they always come for like 1 or 2 practices because they only need like 2 hours or 4 hours of community service. So it'd be really great to have like a student or other volunteers throughout the whole season.
It's not just volunteers, it's almost like making new friends. And that's a good thing. You always want to be like a friend or a volunteer. A volunteer is a good support person who comes out and helps out.
For students that are under 18, you can call the local Special Olympics Northern California office and volunteer in some sort of assistant position. Pick a sport that you're passionate about, whether it's swimming or soccer or baseball or basketball, and go and help train athletes and make a difference in their lives. It's unlimited what you can do.
The first step is just reaching out and really trying to get people involved and change the lives of as many folks as we can. And these people are undoubtedly the backbone of our program.
If I were to say one thing to a group of high school students, it would be to give your time and be really passionate about it, because what you're doing for these athletes really makes a big difference, and it means a lot to them.
It's the best thing I ever done, the pick Special Olympics. Our team flies like a raven. The ravens stick together. It's like one big group of friends playing with each other.